So now we're going to be jumping onto the Monetizer track, sponsored by our very good friends at Xsolla. And to open up this, this track, we're going to have Artem and Josephine from Xsolla, who are going to be talking about winning with whales, how to get, retain, and monetize them. So may I welcome Artem and Josephine to the stage, please?
Hello, everyone. So welcome to our speech, and let's begin with introducing ourselves. My name is Artem. I'm Vice President of Products and Solutions at Xsolla.
Yeah, I'm Josephine Friday. I'm the Global Enterprise VD, work with the mobile publishers. Yeah, so thank you so much for staying at lunchtime. I know it's another web shop session, but this one's very special because actually web shop is a concept. It's created and started by Xsolla a couple of years ago, and I'm so excited here today because I'm a sales VD, and I'm here with the guy who created web shop, who created the whole the monetization solutions. This is the guy behind the scene, behind all the revenue stream. Okay, first I'll give big round of applause to Artem and his team. Yeah, to start the whole thing in the mobile industry. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm here today. Actually, I have a list of questions from the enterprise, and mid-tier, all those publishers from China, US, Europe. So we all know web shop. We all know how excited about the whales. So the question for you, Artem, you are expert. So how do you determine, from all those web shops, how do you determine a web shop can attract whales, all the VIP spenders?
To the date, we launched more than 500 web shops, and we brought more than $1.5 billion to the industry. And actually, a significant portion of this revenue comes from the whales, more than 50%. So these guys, they actually spent $847 on average. And again, this is the average data that we have across all genres, across all games that we work with. So with core genres like Forex strategies and RPGs, this number is significantly higher. Now, we know for sure that whales, on average, do 17 repeated purchases within 1 month. And we have this beautiful number. So this is like 560K was the biggest transaction that we've seen so far. So the bottom line, you have to bring your whales to the web shop. And actually, web shop was created with whales in mind. And later on, I'll explain why.
Okay. So is there any proven ways or effective ways, to get whales to the web shop? Hey, leave your mobile games, come to the website.
Well, yeah, for sure. So bringing in is quite important. So whales, they value their time and ability to go as fast as they can consuming the content. So the best way to attract them is actually exclusivity and added value. And by exclusivity, I mean something that is extremely hard to get in the game. It will take a lot of time, it will take a lot of effort. So this is something exclusive. So with web shops, you want to give an option for these whales to purchase all these unique things on the web. And with web shop, you should remember that value is the king. So as soon as your whale enters the web shop, you should immediately, in the first nanosecond, recognize that the web shop is the place where the value resides. Well, so you have to provide them with extremely valuable incentives to move them to the web shop.
Great. So now you build the content. You have everything on your web shop. So how do we talk to, to communicate with the whales, right? Because they're not on the web. They're the in-game, in the Discord, somewhere else. Is there any a marketing communication channels you recommended?
Well, when it comes to communication with whales, every single developer out there is actually trying to treat them as a premium, which is absolutely right. And I suggest approaching this in exactly the same way with web shops. So I suggest prioritizing direct channels over regular ones. So that will definitely foster whales' exclusivity, and this is something that they want. So maintain high-quality communication channel, for example, like dedicated community managers, closed Discord channels, direct marketing means like, say, social media messengers, Discord closed chat, and all of this. So make sure you use all channels that you have to talk with your whales.
Okay, so communication, continual communication. Great. So, okay, so let's say I'm a whale, I received the message, I visit, the web shop and make the first pet purchase, right? And what do you recommend? What do we do the next to, to like engage them, come back and repeat purchase?
Well, retention for whales work pretty much the same as it worked for every other paying segment. So, but of course, there are some peculiarities like web shop whales. Of course, you have to incentivize them more, so they need more incentive to actually get in back. So you have to provide whales with a meaning to return. So high-priced packages with something that is extremely hard to obtain in the game works pretty well. So, and I want to share several mechanics with you guys. We will be just scratching the surface, but this is something that we know for sure works. I think I will begin with whales tailored offers. So this kind of an offers should include something of extreme value. Say, for example, as soon as your season ends, you can put some items from this season there, and now they can purchase it. The selection of this offer should be always rotating. As soon as special offers was purchased, you need to throw another one, and then another one. But do not forget to add perceived scarcity. Time-limited offers, quantity-limited offers, that matters. You have to continuously reinforce whales' interest in this so that they will retain it and return to the store. So utilize direct communication channels that we mentioned earlier to remind them that they have to return to the store. The second mechanic is a VIP progression system. So basically, players can earn statuses like, say, bronze, silver, whatever. And with these statuses, they will earn more loyalty points with your loyalty program that you obviously have to have. Please pay attention that I say it's additional value, not discounts. We've seen this many times, and data suggests that all whales prefer added value over discounts. You also have to utilize status decay mechanic, meaning that if they stop purchasing things, their status should start degrading, and they should be aware of that. You also can use time-limited boosts, like you use marketing to say, hey, in the next 24 hours, you will progress faster to get like the next status. Or if you will purchase this pretty expensive but extremely valuable bundle, you will immediately get upgraded to the next status. And the last thing I want to mention this is reward chains. So the reward chains is a pretty cool mechanic where with every single purchase, with every single bundle that your customers buy, they can get loyalty points. And the more loyalty points they have, they can actually progress throughout. It's like progress through this reward chain and get more valuable and more valuable rewards. So they can actually purchase whatever they want. So it doesn't matter what kind of purchase they did on the store. They will earn these loyalty points and move through like this reward chain. At the end of this reward chain, and this is extremely important for whales, you should have a ultra valuable something. And you should be very explicit about this. So you should show that there is something very, very valuable at the end. And of course, please limit this in time. So for example, you should refresh this every single month because you want to put additional pressure on whales so that they can start purchasing more, so that you can increase your average check and lifetime value. So this is it for retention.
Okay, so there's three mechanism you recommend. So let's say because we have different game genres, right? Different user demographic. If let's say if you have to pick one, which one works, the most effective, for web shops? What do you recommend?
Yeah. So to kind of complete the circle with reward chains, I would talk a little bit about loyalty store, and this actually one of my favorites. So think of loyalty store. It's a perfect combination of added value, exclusivity. So basically, it's a dedicated section of a store well, you sell extremely valuable items that is so hard to get in the game in any other way. Yeah, it should be definitely a dedicated section. What's going on with this later? So again, remember about the reward chain. When the guys will be trying to purchase something in this loyalty store, they have to get more loyalty points, more and more and more of them. And simultaneously, they will progress through the reward chain. And that's actually very important because everything they will get from the reward chain will be perceived as gifts. And this is a direct hit into buyer's remorse, which is extremely important when you work with whales. They should always feel good after they spend significant portion of money. So the combination of reward chain and loyalty store work extremely well. So yeah, it's synergized with the reward chain extremely well. Okay, so the next thing you probably want to use is pricing. So think about pricing. With web shops, you are not limited to, say, 99 buck. You can sell things that cost $500, $1,000, and we have a lot of customers that actually earn significant portion of all their revenue from this kind of bundles. So with web shop, you always want to create personalized experience, meaning that you don't want to show like the same prices for different segments for dolphins, different prices for whales. So we have partners, for example, like we have a 4X strategy AAA mobile game that all of you know for sure. Like 70% of all web shop revenue coming from this valuable pricey packages that cost more than $1,000. So they earn hundreds of millions of dollars from their web shop. So this is a pretty big guys to mention. And don't forget that a lot of whales are actually acting as a guild sponsors. So try to provide them with the ability to do bulk purchases so that they can share what they bought with their friends, teammates, team guilds, or whatever. So the next thing I want to mention, and this is actually very important, and it's all about variable reinforcement. So if you ever played, say, Diablo, and if you ever destroy the barrel and get a legendary item out of it, you will be hitting those barrels till the end of your life because you will expecting to get something valuable. So variable reinforcement is all about, I don't know when, but I will know that I will get something. And you can and should utilize this on the web shop as well. For example, as soon as a player made a significantly expensive purchase, randomly gift him with something very valuable and tell him, hey, thank you for purchasing this. It's like starting now, you will be randomly receiving these cool rewards. So please stay with us. So they will keep this in mind. And you also can utilize a Wheel of Fortune, but with a trick. So after every single purchase, you can basically give a Wheel of Fortune mechanic. And not only valuable prices should be there, but say a coupon for the next purchase. And if they will apply it, they will get more value out of it. And again, value is exactly what whales are looking for. And of course, gacha. Do not forget about gacha. Works extremely good every single time. It's not a bad mechanic, even though a lot of folks still kind of think it's not a good thing. You can implement it in every single way. But what's important for whales, you want to have very expensive kind of gachas that have higher drop rates. And you should be very explicit about that. You want to get something? No problem. Pay for that. Yeah.
Okay, I know we're running out of time. I do have one last question. So, because we talked, we already mentioned how to build the content, track the whales, how to, to build this, behaviors, engage with user communication, everything. So one thing actually, from what I think, all those, well-run web shops or like high revenue, high LTV web shop is web shop optimization. So like before we go, is there any advice you can give our team? Because I know this is like more like a long-term strategy. Yeah. Is there any advice you can give to our audience today?
Well, I think I'm telling this every single time I'm speaking somewhere, but you should treat web shop as an extension of your game. So make sure that your live ops teams, they actually treat your web shop as they treat the game itself. Because with Whales, your goal is to position the web shop as the place where they can always find something valuable, and it's something far more valuable than in the game. And you want to make them believe that the web shop is their ultimate advantage. You want to form a habit. And if you will succeed with this, you probably won this game. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. That's all for today's content. Thank you so much. Yeah, and also Xsolla, we also have the booth at the big team at the GDC, and welcome to the West Hall. Thank you. Enjoy the show.